Alright, what's up y'all? It's Playlion Chess and I'm back with another training session. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be picking a random opening out of all the openings that exist, and I'm going to be playing a bunch of training games both against the viewers and against the computers on both sides of the position. If you like this content, remember to hit like and subscribe to my channel for more such content, and let's get right to it. Let's pick a random opening. Alright y'all, so I threw up a random number generator and the opening that I got was the Closed Sicilian, which is e4, c5, knight c3, knight c6, and g3. So let's just get started playing some games. Let's get to it. Let's play with the computer. And I think I'm just going to do random, not going to pick a certain side. I just want to get a feel for this position from both sides of the position, honestly. So I think let's go level 5. I don't know exactly what rating it is, but hopefully it's good, and let's get ourselves a good game. Okay, yeah, this is not timed, but I'm just going to try to play at a reasonable pace. So he plays knight f6, and I want to develop either this move or this move, just get ready to castle soon. And I don't see a reason why not to play this. Well, as soon as you weaken your light squares around your king by moving this pawn up, you should generally try to get some bishop to g2 move in so you can just control that diagonal. So that's what I'm going to do. And let's do it. Okay, so they play e5, trying to clamp down on the center on the dark squares. It does leave this square vulnerable though behind it, and I have a lot of control over that, so my strategy could very much be geared around a light square strategy. And really try to just laser in on those squares. So I'm gonna do that. And cool, I actually found a good way, I think, to get both the chat and and the screen up. So cool, I think this will be perfect. And yeah, they play e5 to clamp down on the center. So for now, I think we need to get development in. You like this hype music? Appreciate it. Yeah, I like this music too. I think it's good for flow state, getting some EDM in there for sure. So maybe let's hold off on knight f3 and play knight e2 instead. I think e2 is the best square. It fights against a knight jumping in here and also prepares an f4 advance, and also make sure that I'm not taking the bishop's eyes away from this square, which we want to center our play around. So let's do it. Okay, so they jump right in. And we can either castle or play like d3, or maybe f4 is a little too early because we haven't yet castled. Ripping open lines without having castled yet is a bit strange, so I think we can castle. There's not too much to worry about with this move. We should have a small advantage, I think, out of the opening. Okay, stockfish thinking. So they played d6, just reinforcing their structure. Kind of makes sense in the structure that you would want to play such a move, just to never have to worry about losing these. So yeah, the question is, should I ever take this guy? He is a kind of bother on the square, but at the same time, them taking back would allow them to really create this like thorn of pawns in the center that I have to deal with. And yeah, it also hits with tempo. I have to do something about this knight. So for now, I think we can just play d3 and baby step this whole process once again. Okay, h6. So they are preparing what exactly? This seems like a move, I guess, to fight against my plan of bringing the bishop out to g5. Okay, I guess it makes sense, yeah. That is my next plan, I think, either bishop g5 or f4 to get this pawn rolling. They're not castled, right? So I could take advantage of my advanced development right now, but f4 doesn't strike me as a move that I'm so eager to play just yet, because it gives them access to this g4 square, and then my knight is under a lot of pressure. So I think we can continue to baby step even further with something like h3, and then the square is covered. I can maybe even, after h3, baby step it even further with playing bishop e3, and then eventually one day playing f4. I don't want to play bishop e3 just yet either, because their knight could harass my bishop with this g4 square. So yeah, I think this all gives me good enough reasons to play h3. Oh, turn down the music a little bit? Okay, sounds good. Okay, let me know if that's better, yeah? Turned it down a bit. Okay, so they're taking a lot of liberties with their castling. They're not castling anytime soon. They're really just continuously moving other pieces. So what to do though. F4 is a move. It really starts to break down the structure, but if there are other plans, I could play A4. It's a desirable move to expand on this side. Never really seems like a bad idea. I think with Queen D7, they're also maybe lining up some B5 advance, and it's not a hanging pawn anymore, so maybe let's counteract their idea, play A4 ourselves. Yeah, something tells me F4 may be critical, like the best move, but it's really weakening to a lot of dark squares over here. It's very hard to get that in and feel safe, so let's do it, A4. For those of you trickling in, this exciting stream we have today, we are about 9 or so followers away from affiliate, so we're really trying to make that happen today. Appreciate everyone's support for coming out, and yeah, if you do like my content, definitely hit that follow button. But yeah, for what we're doing in the stream itself, we are training some openings. We picked a random opening, as you can tell from the today's opening widget that I have in the stream, and we're just literally playing some games against the computers and against the viewers to get better at this one specific opening. So if you send me a challenge, feel free to, by the way, send me a challenge, but send it to me with this specific opening so we can play only in this one opening today. Okay, so bishop e7 finally hits. I could play knight d5 and jump into that square. It's less committal than f4. Maybe once we trade a few pieces, I'll feel more comfortable playing some f4 advance. What else can I say about this? Knight takes d4 could be a move. Could be a move. Yeah, it's a reasonable looking move, I think. But it does take away my control over this f4. You know what? I think let's we have enough reason to play f4. If they take, I'll take with the knight. You know, develop it to a nice square. Keep my pawns around here safe. And what else? I also control this square twice, so I think this is good enough reasons to do it. Okay, let's see what Stockfish has in mind. B6. Okay, so they're really going quite passive, I would say. This does not strike me as some ambitious approach. My initial impression is B6. If I play A5, which is nice because I can create some tension here and threaten to take, they will play B5, I believe, and I think that'll favor them. They get the nice advance that they wanted. Right now they don't have much counterplay on the side of the board, so look for some other plan, I think. F5 and really just start to close down this side of the board, get my king to safety, and then start pushing these pawns. It's really scary, I would say, for them. The flip side is, if I close this side of the board, or if I move this pawn one more square, they do have a chance to push this pawn up and start to break up this king side. My king is on the side of the board, but theirs is flexible still. It could still go the other way, so perhaps favors them. Okay, maybe I take this chance then to jump into d5. Yeah, I just put the ball in black's court and say if you take, and then play bishop b7. Maybe I can reinforce my center and get a really nice structure over there, and then I still have some good opportunities with my knight. I think let's do it. Okay, no brainer, take back. Okay, so they play a6. They really haven't castled still, so what to do? C4 is a nice move, I think. It really defends this pawn and prevents this break as well. Hey Proobs, what's up? Welcome in. Today we're doing an opening preparation drill. Picked a random opening that you can see on the screen, and we're just going to be playing games in this. So yeah, feel free to send me a challenge in this specific opening. Today we're doing the Closed Sicilian, just happened to pick it by random chance. And yeah, and this is me playing against the computer to start off the day. So yeah, what I was saying is c4 in this position looks desirable, defends this pawn, also prevents this break. I don't see many good reasons not to do it. Maybe one is you want to play c3 and then d4 to break at the center because they're not castled. That's actually a pretty good reason, I would say. This other thing is this knight could jump to f5 and start to bug me over here. Maybe I can play e takes, pawn takes, and then what? Yeah, I don't see a convincing follow-up. Maybe I can take this knight as well. Yeah, I have a few candidate moves. c3, c4, oops, c4, knight takes, pawn takes, and king h2. I think those are my candidate moves. So if I do nothing over on the queen side, b5 is not a threat because I can just take, and they can't take back just yet because this rook has pressure down that a file. So that's a good reason to maybe hold off on doing something very committal on this side of the board. It's not like it's do or die over there. What else do we got? King could go to h2. That's anyway a desirable square to go to. So yeah, I don't see a terrible reason. I think f takes e5 is nice too. It opens up this file, maybe removes some of the attacking prospects that could be generated because of pushing the f pawn at some point, but also opens up the queen's eyes. Yeah, so I'm a bit hesitant to just take right away, I think. I'm never really scared that they take back and I take back with the knight. That seems very desirable. Let's go here. I don't think it can be a bad move. Okay, so they avoid the knight trade and go away. I don't think I'm ever really scared about some sack. I don't think it's working here. So what to do? c3 maybe? And then now g4 is potentially even a threat in the position, getting very close to trapping that knight. But c4 followed by a5 could be an idea. Takes here, and then takes, followed by some bishop e4 could be an idea. Yeah, I kind of like this. I'll play c3, and if they do something like castles, I'll take here, wait. Don't I also right now have some very nice tactic where I take, and then play d6, and then their bishop is hit here, and then their rook is also hit. I think it's working. I don't really see a great reason not to do it. Let's do it. Okay, so d6, if they take, I take here, and I think they play like e4 or something to start something here, but I have a knight defending this, so I'm not worried. Yeah, I think let's just do it. Oh, I missed this whole thing. Knight takes, if I play bishop takes, they have queen takes here, and then I'm very, very unsafe. I think I might still be okay. Honestly, I might be okay. I just tuck the king back. They don't have any more checks. So, obviously this is a really bad thing to miss, but I think I'm okay. I guess the one thing I'm scared of is my bishop gets trapped over here, and then not only have I lost the bishop, but I've also lost this pawn. Okay, I don't think I have too much of a choice. I already sacked this pawn. So, let's follow through. Nobody who's sane will play this way. Oh, okay. So they give me an opportunity to defend this. I mean, why would I not do that? I think that's great. Yeah, if the computer wins this, this is like a masterclass, just bringing this bishop to a very weird square, and then somehow I'm up a rook, right? I'm up a rook. They're just going crazy attacking me. This is insane. I want to play queen f3 and threaten here. It can't be met well by castles because I just take this pawn and it'll be hanging at that point. So yeah, let's do it. Probably they have to play something ugly like f6. Okay, bishop d6 makes sense as well. Now what? Yeah, I gotta be winning this. This is definitely like better for me. I could even maybe take here, take here, take here, take here, take here, take here. And at the end of it, they have two bishops. I have a bishop and a knight, and I have 6 pawns for 6 pawns and a rook. I mean, yeah, it's exactly same equal material. So I could cop out whenever. So there's no need for me to be so scared because they can't castle so easily. This pawn is hanging. So I think I'm just up a rook. I think I'm just up a rook. Bishop g5 and f6, maybe play bishop h4. If they play g5, I can take here. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to develop my bishop to a nice active square. Yeah, let's do it. Also prevents some h4 advance. Okay, yeah, this is a sign that things have gone wrong for black. If you're playing moves like that, you're not really safe. You're not, I don't know. There's not really much to be afraid of. So I think I'm just gonna bring my rook out. I'm not afraid of some queen takes a4 because this knight is hanging. Also, I have checkmate threat, so don't forget that. Yeah, I'm just gonna maybe play rook out. I don't see any reason to be scared. Okay, black is lining up some, I don't know, trying to attack something. Maybe queen here or something. Okay, I think I just want to play c4, queen d5, and if I can trade off the queens, like force trade the queens, things would be great. So let's just do it. I think we can try to convert this in a clean way. Okay, a5, really a nothing move. Don't think it changes too much in the position. Queen d5, can they avoid a queen trade? They have to defend this, they have to defend this, right? Because this is a checkmate threat. Sorry. If I play queen d5, this is a checkmate threat still. This knight is hanging if they move the queen off and don't defend it. So they have to move, I think, only to this square if they want to avoid the trade. And then I can take here, and then I could come back and trade the queens. Okay, I think this is force trading a queen. Music got kind of loud. Okay, I'll turn it down a bit. Let me turn it down. Okay, I turned it down a bunch. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad even when it's like really hype. Okay. So this in the position itself is, yeah, just fine. I'm up a rook. So, yeah, this can't be good for them. I don't think can be. Whoa, I zoomed in really far. How do I zoom back out? Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely winning, but gotta convert it. Okay, maybe for starters, play knight f3, and then this pawn is being threatened. Something like f6, I can just, I don't know, move the bishop away, and they're still in this pin. They have to sort that out as well. Okay, yeah, let's just try to play something reasonably quickly and not blunder. So takes, if they play f6, I guess I'm maybe losing a piece. So what to do? Play bishop e7, and then if they do something random like play f6 to defend this pawn, bishop e7, f6 to defend the pawn, and then I take here, they take back, I play d6, and this pawn is going to be scoring a touchdown. Okay, let's do it, touchdown. Okay, let's get this touchdown. Okay, they take my thing. I don't even need to really take back. I could take here. I mean, anything is winning. I don't need to worry too much. Rook takes. If they go king f7, I take. They take. I'm up a rook for 2 pawns. Yeah, I mean, that's gotta be resignable, right? Could just take here and then bishop back. Yeah, I guess it's keeping some more material. Okay, whatever. Let's just take. Should be good enough. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So, yeah, there's some technique here. Rook here and here maybe. Or just rook here, followed by rook here. Yeah, I think that's clean. Play g4. If they take, I play rook over. If they trade rooks, I'm totally winning. Let's just keep 2 rooks on the board so that I have less things to worry about. And oh, I don't know. Could also just get the king in real quick. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't see a great place for my rooks to go just yet, so Just get the king in, can't be bad. The bishop sitting in the corner, yeah, it was pretty funny, but I don't think he was ever at risk of being trapped or anything. So yeah, I think in general, like, that was really scary when I took there. And I was thinking at the moment, if you were watching, there was like an opportunity for them to check me on h3 and force my king completely, just, you know, destroyed king side. But I think now I'm okay. Now it's not really scary, I would say. Maybe just even try to play g4. If they take, I take, and I get an open file to work with. Okay, they don't. So I just take here. They don't take back even. Okay. Let's just play here, threaten this pawn. Okay. And let's get our king active. Yep, makes sense. I think king g4 is nice here. Just opening the rook's eyes, also defending that pawn, and we can creep up the board. Some point. Okay, they do play a good move, threatening f5. Maybe we'll come over with the rook and defend that. Let's come here. I think they're threatening g6 now, so let's just come here. g6 can now be met by rook takes f6. I'm playing a little faster because this computer just doesn't know to resign. I mean, it's down so much in this position. Yeah, I guess maybe I'll blunder something, but really it shouldn't be playing like this. What to do though? Rook here, just defend this pawn. Could be nice. Okay, how to convert? I probably should come here next. It's nice. Let's do it. Can I expect some g6 break? Could be annoying. And if I take, he takes here. No, but come on, I'm up a rook and I have this amazing passed pawn. I just want to come here next. Okay. So maybe they are gonna come here and here. Am I so scared? If I go king e4, they come over. I can play h6, and if they take, I'm ripping everything apart. Yeah, come on, it's gotta be winning. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah, just gonna finish this guy off. It's a little bit annoying that they're so tenacious, these computers. They're down a rook, but I still gotta prove that I'm better. So I'll play here, just threaten this pawn. Okay, so now they actually have a threat. So I need to get my rook away to safety. And yeah, we should do that right now, otherwise they're gonna win it. So maybe we play here, and then we babysit this b pawn, I think. I think this is the way to do it, yeah. Well, rook here, they can come here, check, I go back, then they come over, and then now they're threatening two pawns. So maybe it's better to go here and defend this pawn. Let's do that. Okay, so they go there. But yeah, I think I can just win this now. Just take here. If they take, I'll play rook g6. And I think I'm winning this pawn as well, so should be fine. They can go here and then, sorry, here and then over. But yeah, I mean, I have a passed pawn too now, and I think all this is favorable. Okay, okay, this is, yeah, 100% just not, you can't play like this. GG Stockfish. Stockfish going wild now. Just spite moves, just giving up random stuff. Alright. Okay, let's just win this with a queen. This is a checkmate to know. If you are just a beginner, let me promote this to a rook just to be instructive. But basically you want to form like a scissors around the king. So do something like give this check right here, and now the king is forced to the back rank, and then now you come up with the other rook. So you're basically kind of like bringing the rooks up in a, yeah, like a scissor arrangement. Okay, cool. This was a good game, I think. I think it felt pretty clean against the computer. It didn't really feel like I was in trouble at any points. So pretty happy with this one. Let's just request an analysis, see where we could have improved maybe. And then, yeah, for those of you who are joining, feel free to send me a challenge, and I'm happy to accept. You know, blitz challenge, casual, rated, whatever you want. All I'm asking is that you only stick to this one specific opening, this Closed Sicilian, the opening that's on your screen. So if you don't know the moves and you don't know how to put that on your board, also just let me know your lead chess handle. I can put those moves in myself and send you the challenge from my end. So cool. You didn't know which part? How to send the moves? Is that the part that you don't know? Hey, I'm liking this so far. It looks very clean. I got a big advantage clearly out of the opening at some point, and then never lost it. So this is like really good, I think. Only 2 inaccuracies, no mistakes, no blunders. Okay, there's a blunder somewhere, so we will be taking a look at that moment for sure. Oh, the rook thing? Yeah, for sure. The rook thing is like, yeah, like chess 101, right? You get to a position where you're up so much material, you gotta know how to win it. And at some point as a kid, or whenever you're starting out, you're like, you get to that point and you're like, I don't know how to win this. And then you learn it that day, and then you never forget it for the rest of your life. But okay, let's take a quick look at this. Let's keep the opening explorer around because this is opening preparation as well. So they developed the knight. That's pretty rare apparently. They mainly go g6. Also, I noticed this is a 2000 level computer, so yeah, pretty happy with this. Beating a 2000 convincingly is good, I think. Knight f6, bishop g2, yeah, makes sense. All normal moves. They play e5, so this is rare. As you can tell, the most common moves are e6, g6, d6. Yeah, e5 is very committal, really gives up this square, and says that I'm going to play a dark square strategy focused around this square, and then white will play a light square strategy focused around this square. Okay, so yeah, the move in the game was knight g to e2, very good move, I think. It wants some h3, but okay, I don't think there's anything that wrong with what I played. Knight d4, castles, d6, d3, h6. Okay, yeah, none of this is too special. Queen d7, yeah, I was very surprised to see this move. It's very like, I don't know, like dilly-dallying. It's not really getting to the point, which is you want to go here and castles. In the game, they had a lot of trouble castling, and they didn't even get to castle. So I think a lot of that can be, yeah, like attributable to this dilly-dallying in the opening. a4 is nice, yeah, a desirable move. And then here, the way I went, it likes it, okay, all of it's normal. And then here it wanted me to do something instead, like take here. I just take a quick look, takes, and then what? They take. Yep, makes sense. And then knight e2, okay. Yeah, this is very like, I think positional idea. You want to take this knight before it has the chance to go away somewhere, which is what happened in the game. I think this structure is good for me as opposed to what I got in the game. So let's just go on. They made a big blunder here. Yeah, they played a6 and literally fell for this tactic, which I was scared of, but yeah, apparently it's just nothing for them. So here I had the chance already and I missed it once, and they missed it as well for this turn, so I did not miss it this time around, and that's the game. Here I was worried about knight takes, and then bishop takes here, and then oh my goodness, I missed that they could play queen takes here. I thought I had just fallen for a cheapo trick, but yeah, I'm running away, and they can't just take this yet because of the knight. And I was worried maybe they'll trap my bishop in the corner and he can't come back to defend, and somehow they'll castle and start some attack. But yeah, I don't think any of it's working. It can just come here and over. So yeah, in the game, I don't think there's anything more to really talk about. At the end, let's just talk about that scissor checkmate technique. Yeah, everything was clean. But around here, you basically just make this guy a queen or a rook. And then, yeah, at the end you play this kind of scissor technique where you shepherd them towards the back rank, or if you're going to a side or something, you shepherd them to the corner. And if he comes like this, the one thing to be aware of is not to just play here blindly, because he can take it. So you just run away to somewhere far away where he can't attack it, and then regardless of where he goes next, you will have this checkmate. So yeah, pretty nice game against the computer. I think it was pretty clean. Against your 10-year-old cousin, how does that go? I'm guessing you beat them, your cousin? If they're 10 years old. I mean, I've definitely lost some pretty embarrassing games to like really young players. I think, yeah, there's this player at our local club who's like 8 or 9, but like 2000 or something like that. And this person is like, she like will stab you with a pencil and stuff and like kick you under the table. It's so funny, like having someone who's so young but like still so good at chess. Like they'll destroy you on the board, but then it's very clear they're still like a kid. So pretty funny. Yeah, definitely if you can avoid losing to kids, avoid losing to them, because it's pretty embarrassing. But kids are really good at chess. What can I say? Okay, finish this this game against the computer. Anyone who's popping in, hit me up with a challenge. I'm all for it. I want to play people. And you can send me a challenge in the specific opening that I have here. The Closed Sicilian. Sorry, it went away. This one right here. And I will accept the challenge. So I'll give people a chance to send that challenge before I go into another game. Because if I don't get it, yeah, I'll just play another computer. Next level up, I guess. Proofs, what are you referring to with the what lol in the chat? Oh, I guess maybe it's like the kid who beat me. It's like really young. Hey, thanks for popping in, the Ginger 185. I appreciate it. Thank you. Looking forward to this stream. Pretty close to affiliate. So crossing my fingers, hoping that can happen before the next one. And yeah, just playing some chess out here today. Appreciate the support. Yeah, for sure. Good luck with your work too. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support, Ginger One. They're kicking and stabbing with the pencil. Yeah. I mean, kids will be kids, right? Like, for sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. Just I'll give maybe one more chance. If anyone wants to send me a chat, like Proobs or anyone else in the chat, we got a few viewers, I think, who might want to get some games in. But yeah, if you want to challenge me, feel free. We're just grinding some openings here, learning a random opening, the Closed Sicilian. But if not, I'll just play some computer. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and play another computer then. Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna put these moves on the board. E4, C5. Oh, you play me. Nice. For sure, yeah. You don't know the Closed Sicilian. Yeah, it's just these moves that are on the board. The whole point of this is I don't know this opening that well either. I don't really play it. But I just trying to get a feel for the position. Yeah, I maybe have seen some games in this opening, but I'm not like some expert in this either. I think it's mostly just to yeah, get a feel for the ideas and the strategies and stuff. Just some plans in the position. But yeah, if you know how to send me the challenge, yeah, I think it would be really fun to play. So you can send me the challenge, or if you don't know how to, I can also I can send it to you actually. Let's see how to do this. Okay, continue from here, play with a friend. Yeah, Proobs, you want to just hit me up with the regular challenge, and then we can just play from the starting position. Let's just say we have to play those moves, whatever is on the board: E4, C5, Knight C3, Knight C6, and G3. Or yeah, if you know how to send me a challenge in this specific opening, we can do that as well. I see you just followed me. Okay, are you Rapid Magnus? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing you're Proob. Let me challenge you. Oh, perfect. Yeah, from position. Um, we don't want unlimited time control. Let's do real time. And like a 3 minutes with 2. I see a challenge from Rapid Magnus too. Yeah, Rapid Magnus, if you're watching, I'll get you after this one for sure. So yeah, just stick around. I'll be playing after you, after I play Proobs rather. Okay, let's do this. Cool. Yeah, it worked. So we got this position up, and Proobs, you are. Oh, it's me to move. Okay. So now I have cheated a little bit. I know the moves in this position are supposed to be one of these G6, D6, E6. So let's just play it. Proobs playing some natural looking moves too. Okay, B3. B3, very nice. I'm trying to get some control over this diagonal. Solid plan. I'm going to play D6 just to play a different strategy than the last game. I'm not going to commit overly with E5 just yet, but I just want to fight against this E5 move myself and then just get some development in. By the way, if any of you are NBA fans out there, definitely let me know what's going on. I'm pretty anxious. I didn't mean to like yeah, do this stream right over the NBA finals, but yeah, I just want to keep my stream schedules relatively tight. Stream Wednesday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights around the same time. I didn't feel like the NBA finals game 1 was enough of a reason to not stream at my usual time. So if there are any NBA junkies out there, let me know, because I am definitely curious to see what will be happening. As for the game, yeah, just getting in some very natural development. This is a pretty harmonious structure, I would say, this thing that I got going on. And Proobs really making it clear that I think they want to play some E5 idea. You don't know what to do? I mean, hey, you're playing well. You're playing well so far, Proobs. Yeah, the one thing I'll say is they're not castled just yet. So could play some idea around. Okay, I think actually they may be losing to a tactic here, which is to play bishop g4, and I'm threatening this knight move, which would be kind of devastating actually. Yeah, because if they just let me take this knight, sorry, they can't move the knight and take me because their queen is under attack. So if I play bishop g4, and then they play something like bishop g2 to defend the knight, and then when I come here, they can run away. But I trade everything here, and they're left without this without this light square bishop, which I think pretty key key defender to fight against my attack. So I think we'll go for this strategy. I'm also so low on time. I'm so bad at playing these banter blitzes kind of thing, where yeah, it's like hard to talk and play at the same time. But at some point, I'll just probably go into my mind a little. Okay, so this one I didn't think worked because knight d4, and they don't have time to take here because their queen's hanging. So they just dropped this piece, I think. Let's do it. 43-41 Miami. Whoa, 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 that's crazy. If the Lakers lose this series, LeBron's legacy is going to be questioned so much. I mean, it would be 3-7 in the finals, and this one is like a gift on a silver platter, really. I mean, they're not facing the best opposition from the East. So yeah, I'm surprised. But Miami continues to prove that they're the dogs that the Clippers thought they were. They're just so, so many underdogs. Just a really great story altogether. Okay, so I think I can play knight takes here. King will have to step into one of these squares, which is attacked by the bishop, and then I move my knight with a discovery, hitting the queen and also giving a check. So let's do this. The natural hair trigger move is just play here and then attack the rook, also get out of this attack here, but I think I've spotted a nice tactic, so this should be winning. Just gotta make sure I don't lose on time. This music is a vibe for sure. I saw something pretty cool today. Yeah, Twitch is coming out with some license-free music that they're putting out in their own tool. I've been using this thing called Pretzel Rocks. This is casual. This is casual. Anyways, I don't think I'll be flagged from here. I think I have good enough bullet skills that I'll be able to win this. Up a queen or something. But yeah. What I was saying was they have some pretty cool license-free music tool that they're going to be launching soon. I'll just take here. It's hanging, so can get all these moves in with tempo. Just take this bishop with my knight, and my tactic is I'll take here next, exploiting the fact that this is all undefended. Okay. Yeah, I mean this is just decisive material advantage at this point. Okay, how to cleanly win. I don't know. Just not lose on time maybe is a good start. Just play some random move. Okay, missed. This is hanging. Okay, this is actually getting close to checkmate. So let's find the winning combination. Attack the rook for starters. Play bishop here, threatening something like this. Okay, they see it. What next? I don't know. No worries. I don't know. Just play a5. They're kind of in a bind right now. Everything is tied down. I'll just give up this bishop for some piece play. If they take it, I'll take here, and I think I'm checkmating. Okay. Oh, I can't take like that. Okay. Alright. And should be checkmate in 1 or 2 moves. Yeah, I'm threatening checkmate right now, and they have to push this pawn. But I think if they do that, I have different checkmate that I can spot, which is bishop here, checkmate. Good game, Proobs. Yeah, this is a good game, I think. Let's just take a quick look at it with the analysis, but yeah, I think when you fell for that tactic, that was when things went really downhill. I think the first kind of moment where it felt weird, the move you played, was queen e2. It felt like this was the time, just play this and castles and everything's good. You can play for some d4 break in the future, maybe play d3, followed by an f4 break in the future. But yeah, in general, I think the strategy with queen e2 was suspect. And then when you followed it up with this h3 move instead of bishop g2, I think that was just the decisive tactic. But yeah, let's just quickly pull it up with the computer, see what the computer says. I'm not the computer. You played really bad. Hey, no worries, man. As long as you learn something from the game, that's what matters. So, I think in this case it was just an opening tactic and just snowballed into like increasing material losses. So 1 inaccuracy for me. Dang, I've never had a centi pawn loss that low. That's very happy to see that. So let's just take a look. What do we got? Knight f3, bishop g7, bishop g2. Sorry, b3. Yeah. We're already out of opening theory. The strategy was slightly suspect, I guess. This b3, maybe not ambitious enough, but not decisive or anything. And then here was when things started to go wrong. Yeah, bishop g2 was definitely the move to play. And then, yeah, this is just a tactic that's losing. And from there, not much to be said, just, I think, conversion. So, cool, good game. I just see I have a challenge from Rapid Magnus, Casual 8-0. Okay, let's play this. It's a bit slower game, but I'm happy to play. Oh, this is in... I'm just gonna say I'm only doing games in Closed Sicilian today. So e4, c5, knight c3, knight c6, g3. Is that good with you? Okay, if not, we'll just get a random game, I guess. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, let's get in a game. This is a slower game. This is slower than anything I've played with people, so yeah, just see how this goes. Yo, I don't know what this music is. It sounds like a carnival or something. Carnival ride. There's no increment. I gotta watch out. If I get low on time, I'm by myself. Mario Kart! Yes, yes, it sounds like Mario Kart, you know? For sure. Mario Kart 8. Great game. Okay, d6. So here I think I should go back to my strategy from the previous game. Maybe I can play knight f3. No, I like having my knight on e2. If they ever threaten, I can always play f-pawn up. Yeah, I like this. Do you guys like the Mario complex of games? I really like Mario Kart. Smash, I don't really get it, really. I mean, I just play as Pikachu and then just go like, yeah, just go crazy. But Mario Kart is really fun. I really enjoy it. All the really interesting maps and yeah, I just in general feel like it's easy to understand and also kind of entertaining. It feels too early to castle, running into some h5 move. Let's play d3 for starters. If they play h5, maybe I play h4 myself. Sorry, h4. Yeah, so they're not committing to anything just yet, but feels more likely that they're going to go bishop e7 castles than anything else. But now that I played f3, I think I have this square nicely for my bishop, so I don't think it hurts to put it there. That said, if I play bishop there, can they come here and target this pawn? Well, whatever, we'll figure it out. Could I even think about going the other way? It's a very interesting concept. I have some g4, yeah, I have some attack, maybe already ready-made line up. Sorry, yeah, but I wonder, is this bishop suitably placed for an attack? Seems kind of suspect. Yeah, it seems kind of suspect. I think I probably should just go the other way and maybe keep them guessing for just one move and then decide. Queen b6 I think can be met with even knight d1 now. Covering this, getting ready for some c3. Okay, so they play that. Could I just go attack mode? Ah, it's so tempting. It's so tempting. I don't think it's best though. I think it's probably best to just play safer. How do local clubs work? So here in the US, we just have like, you know, most big cities have some club. Like, I've played in clubs in New York and my hometown Dallas. But yeah, basically every town has like its own club and just like weekly tournaments, usually what we call Swiss tournaments, where you play like 4 games paired against random people, and it's not like an elimination or not like a round robin, it's just a set number of games. Okay, as for the game, h3 and then maybe king h2. I've created a lot of weaknesses around here, but I want to be able to play f4 and not have this bishop come under fire. So maybe let's just trade this, actually. This is a pesky knight. So we'll just trade. Yeah, and then in terms of like the ratings and stuff, it's USCF rated. Sometimes there'll be tournaments that are FIDE rated, which is international. But those are slightly more rare and yeah, you have to like find the right kind of clubs that do those. So c4 I think, and then they play f5. c4, f5, I think f4. Pretty happy with the direction that went, so let's do that. They might also play b5. All of these are sensible. I don't think they're in a bad position. Okay, so they take there, no question about it, gotta take back. Maybe we'll see this. I think I'm ready to play bishop, pawn up rather, and if they take, rook takes. Okay, so none of that. Let's play this. And we'll take this way. It'll come up with a threat as well. Okay. They play rook over to defend and also start to annoy my queen. I think I'll just sidestep the queen somewhere. Probably d2 square. be f2 square, and then line up some tactic where I take, and then come in with the queen. Why not? Why not? Put your queen on a square, put it on a more aggressive square. They do have something like this though, bishop here and then here. Do I have time right now to take? And if they take, give this check, they slide over, and then I can do what next? Doesn't seem like a clear combo after that. Let's play here. I'll just stick with the king, so their queen can't come in. I'm expecting something like bishop f6 maybe? No, this pawn is hanging, so it's a little bit awkward still for them, I think. Can you get titled? You can get a what's called a national master, so that is considered a title, I believe. But it's not like the main FIDE titles. Play rook here. Just babysit this pawn and then prepare to double. Yeah, you can get titled. Yeah, National Master is 2200 rating. Is National Master, and then FIDE Master, International Master, Grandmaster, actual FIDE titles. So you need a little bit more for that. So I'm just gonna play here. I think the position should be pretty drawish, actually. I'll take this way just to keep this file. Otherwise, they may be able to get it. And maybe next plan is to do something about this pawn. I don't know what the good idea there is. Maybe b3. But their bishop has so much scope to work with right now. I'm not seeing a good path to success. I think rook e8 would be a blunder. I can just take here, and they'd be losing. Are you interested in playing some over-the-board tournaments, Proops? Okay, so I can come here and attack this, and then start to weasel in with my queen. I think it seems nice. I'm about 100 points away from National Master, yeah. Yep, exactly. Yeah, they come back, and maybe we can just tease them with this and maybe threaten a repetition of moves. Do I have anything better than that? Probably I do, but I gotta find it, and I'm not seeing it just yet. Okay. You want to draw a National Master? Unfortunately, I'm not a National Master, Rapid Magnus. Okay, let's come here. I want to trade the queens because then forever this d6 pawn will be a liability. And I'm also getting that rook in there. Oh, well, almost. Yeah, I guess that's true. I would say there's a big leap I gotta make in terms of my tournament play to get there. Bad. And maybe next year in the pandemic. Yeah, hey, I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right, Proobs? So I wouldn't get disheartened by the fact that you're that you think you're bad. It's still everything's within reach. I think it's just the right training techniques, the right preparation. Hopefully the games and stuff with against me help somewhat help you get into the flow that you want to be in. So I think now I have a passed pawn. I think this is pretty good. I won't take this one because then it just gives them counterplay to work with. Now all their pawns are isolated, and I think this is losing. I'll just come in with my king and take some of these pawns, Pac-Man mode, and then promote my pawn, I think. Thanks, Proobs. That means a lot, yeah. I really appreciate that, yeah. For the people out there that are also chess improvers and just trying to learn and stuff, yeah, if I helped you out, for sure I appreciate that you're in the same boat as me and that we're all working together to the same goal, so cool. I think I'm just gonna try to win this pawn first. Not clear if the king wants to go this way or this way. Yeah, Rapid Magnus, I play some variants. Usually I have a focus for a day, so today my focus is on openings, like this one opening. But yeah, I definitely played some variants. I did a Chess 961 a few weeks ago, and oh, oops, I didn't realize it was my turn. Yeah, just the focus is generally on improvement. Sometimes I just like to have fun, but in general I like to try to improve and the techniques that I focus on are related to the areas that I want to improve in. So he can't come here just yet. I'm taking here. And they got to put their king in some awkward spot. Okay, so they're still cut off on the back rank. This is nice. Gives me a chance to weasel my king in, I think. I think here is next. So should I allow them to play a4? Sure. Be my guest. If you play a4, I'll play b4, I think. Yeah, also I'm not sure how much you're listening to me. Hopefully I'm not giving away all my strats, you know? Rapid Magnus. But no, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I'm not? Okay, cool. Sounds good. This is hopeless. Yeah, there's a famous saying that all rook endgames are drawn. And unfortunately, I think in this case, it doesn't apply because your king and rook are so passive. But if your rook and king were active, like, you know, say their king was here and then the rook was like somewhere on the second rank, I would buy it. I'd buy that you'd be able to survive, but yeah, this is hard. Okay, so you're getting it active now, but I think it's too late. Yeah, maybe play here, takes, b6. Maybe just play d6. You weasel the king over, I can trade, so I think this is fine. Or not. Yeah, I think unfortunately it still seems kind of tough because I'll play c5 and I'm gonna bring the rook here next just to make you babysit this pawn. Pass pawn, yeah. It's a trick, I think. I mean, it's like introduces tricks, but I think it's really hard still with this king cut off. What's up, everyone? I see a lot of people popping in. Welcome in. Wednesday night, happy Wednesday, almost done with the work week and into the weekend. Today I'm doing an opening drill, so I picked a random opening and I'm just playing some games in there to get better at it. So I played a computer to start, and then now playing, well, I played Proobs as well and Rapid Magnus. So if you like chess, if you like to play, if you like to learn, yeah, definitely hang around and send me a challenge too. There's a command, you can type in !challenge in the chat and it will tell you how to challenge me and play against me. So for sure. As for the game, yeah, I think this pawn is still hard to deal with, and he's got a buddy there too. It's nice to give these pawns names. C pawn can be, I don't know, Chad and David. Let's go with it. Okay, so he comes with the king. Yeah, easiest will probably just be to play here, and then I think I can come here, rook check, and I'm getting a queen next. Just do it. There's no time. If I lose this on time, oh no. No, I'll be fine. I'll just put the rook here. And now he can't come over with the king. So I will just queen this pawn, and then I think it'll be game. Flag? Don't flag me. Don't flag me, man. Alright, just gotta make sure this guy doesn't... Okay, so now I think I'm getting a queen over here too. The good news is now worst I can get is a draw, because he doesn't have any material to checkmate me with. I'm just gonna go here and then checkmate. Yeah, I like playing viewers too. It's a good time. I see I have another challenge coming up too, so I'll take a look at that. Alright, good game, Rapid Magnus. Well played, I think it was good. Yeah, I think unfortunately though you allowed me to create this d6 weakness. We can just show it in the analysis, but this d6 weakness that was forever a liability and then forced you to go passive. I think there was maybe one quick opportunity for you to try to get active with the rook. But yeah, if you're playing a rook endgame, that's the main thing, right? It's not necessarily material, but it's more who has far advanced pawns and who has the active rook and king. So I think there may have been a slight window for you to get active, but let's just take a quick look. Also, let's see who this challenge is from. TKS. I'm not even going to try to read it. I'm not sure what that's saying. I guess there's a July and there's a Sasha. 1.5. It's a very short game, and it's rated too. Sasha, do you mind putting a slightly longer game? 1.5 is a bit too fast, given my system has a little bit of lag with Streamlabs going on as well. I'm not sure if you're listening to me, or if you're able to hear. Oh, cool. Thanks for adjusting it. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna take a quick look at this game. Hope you don't mind. Just want to help Rapid Magnus, if you're watching too. Just want to help you understand maybe where the mistakes were, and yeah, also just for myself, right, to get better. So cool. Let's just take a quick look at this opening. Yeah, I think this is a bit hasty. I mean, saying d6 is a bad move is nonsense. I mean, I think it's fine. We're still kind of in opening theory. Here I would expect the most common move to be get ready to castle with g6 and bishop g7. But I think in the game I was talking about bishop g4, so maybe I played some mind tricks on you. Rapid Magnus. f3 over. Okay. And let's go to a point. Okay, queen d2. Yeah, I was just scared that if I castle and maybe you start some h5 attack. So that's why I played it with queen d2, but I don't think anything is horrible. So let's just get to a point where some decisive mistakes were made. Queen c8. Okay, I don't know what that's about. That's fine. Yeah, and as it happened, right, the structure with this d6 pawn, forever a liability, yeah? If I just trade off a few pieces, especially these guys, if I can trade them off, it's going to be a long-term weakness. So I think I'm playing with house money at this point. Just, you know, I might win, I might get a draw, but I don't think I'm at serious risk of getting mated or anything. So let's see, bishop d4 here is a mistake. I think it's because yeah, this bishop is just misplaced, right? This pawn will always be tough to defend now. So, okay, how did it happen in the game? Queen takes h3. Yeah, I think once the queen trade, you had to avoid the queen trade, I think. Once the queens are off, I think it's hopeless, because this pawn is going to require babysitting of a full rook. Whereas if you keep the queens on, maybe you can keep this queen around and defending this pawn in a flexible way, and also keeps my rook out. So a lot of advantages of keeping the queens on the board, I think. You're not getting mated or anything, so it's not like you have to trade to get some material off the board or anything. But yeah, from there I think it's just conversion. I guess you did not really have a clear window to get this rook in. The whole problem is, let's look right here. Yeah, like this rook is just so active and you don't have anything to show for it. I think it's hard to come back from this active rook. And the king ended up being cut off too. There's one point where I felt you maybe could come up with the king. Instead you played king back. Yeah, this also felt like it was just further into passivity. And yeah, I think it's really hard to save such a position. But good game, appreciate it. Rapid Magnus, thanks for playing the game, and hope to see you around more. Hope to play more with you as well. This was a good game. Cool. I'll go with Sasha. All right, I'm just gonna let Sasha know. I don't know if you're listening. I guess you are, since you changed the time control. We're only playing closed Sicilian positions today, so hopefully no. I mean, let me just say. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Sounds good. E4. It is. What? I'm gonna suggest to take back. Okay. Let's do E4. Sasha, I'm only playing this here. I'll take this back. We're only doing E4, C5, Knight C3, Knight C6, G3. This is like a themed opening day, so I'm only playing E4, C5, Knight C3, Knight C6, G3. Okay, thanks, Sasha. All I Do by Will Willen. What type of musics do you guys listen to? Yes, now you can do whatever you want. Now you can do whatever you want, Sasha. Yeah, what type of musics do you guys like? I like the EDM for the streams because it gets really hype and you can just like have fun with it. But yeah, I've played around with like ambient and some other stuff, but Okay, what is this queen b6? Seems very committal, allowing me to jump with tempo, but I guess there's no quick way to exploit it. Maybe I should just get on with development. Knight e2, knight f3 spring to mind. Let's just go here. I feel like I'm getting so many white games in this opening today, but I don't know. I don't think this is an opening that's like horrible for either side. It's just reasonable. Okay, this is very interesting way to deploy the bishop. I guess your idea is to tuck him back in to safety, but yeah, I'm not too convinced. This seems very committal. Yeah. What to do? What to do? Maybe d3 followed by f4. Yeah, seems good enough. Well, I should be careful. f4 could be met with, because it opens up this diagonal, it could be met with some c4 advance. So I unfortunately don't see a way to exploit this just yet. Knight jumping in, they can just take, and then plant their knight into this beautiful square. Nothing else really screams to me. f4 right now could also be met by c4. Okay, d3. Yeah, I guess touche. If it works, it works. Hey, thanks for the compliment, Sasha. Appreciate it. I'm really new to this streaming stuff. Been only streaming for maybe 3 weeks or so. So yeah, I'm really happy with how everything is going. It's really been a lot of fun for me hanging out with people in the chat, and like I said earlier at the stream, like we're this close to affiliates, like this close to happening. So really appreciate it. Oh, you're a streamer yourself. Cool. I'll give you a checkout after this for sure. After my stream. Love connecting with other small streamers that are growing and stuff. SS Checkmate. Sounds good. I will make... You're a bot? What does that mean? I've never heard anybody in their life say that I'm a bot. It just like threw me off. Okay. Alright. So f4 I guess. You're so good. You're awarded as a robot. Sounds good. Thank you, man. Yeah, I think the one thing to watch out for in this position is some jumping into here. Would be annoying if they combine some c4 idea with knight g4 jumping to f2. But it's a long way off. Okay, giving up the bishop, the dark square bishop. I think there's going to be a lot of threats over here. Already there's a threat in the position. This is a threat to take here. Well, it's parried because now they're defending it. I also missed that this pawn's hanging, but I'm so convinced this attack is good. Even if I lose this pawn, I think I'll be fine. But now that it's attacked, I probably should defend it. So let's do that. The strategy over here, I'm still not convinced, sorry. There's so many dark square weaknesses, and now to give up a dark square bishop is, I think, very risky strategy. Okay, so they're listening for sure. They know that this counteracts some of the dark square weaknesses. So, well played. But I think it is blundering this tactic. If I take here, if they take back, I take this knight. So what else do they have? They might have to play bishop here, and they move the knight, I just move my bishop back somewhere. Bishop here, if they go bishop here, I might have to play like, I don't know, queen d2 or something. And yeah, they can maybe take here, take my bishop, queen takes, but they're gonna get checkmated. It's a lot to say right now, but I'm gonna lose on time. I gotta make moves. Alright, I'm gonna go into my mind a little bit and not talk as much for the next 46 seconds. I get carried away. It's really hard to stream and talk at the same time. Okay, so we're going down this route exactly. Okay, so here I take. This is my whole idea. And I think there's gonna be some checkmate soon. I can jump the knight in and... Sorry, knight in and... Okay, I'll just take here. Yeah, I'm losing this pawn, but oh well. I think everything is falling now. Let's go here. I'll just take. Should be some checkmating net. I can't just take this guy yet, so I'll just take him now, I guess. I didn't even realize the queen was hit. So so should be checkmate soon. Hopefully I don't jinx myself. Okay. Yeah, definitely not playing convincingly. I gotta win quick, otherwise I might lose on time. This is the issue. Okay. Checkmate in 1. Good game, Sasha. Appreciate it. This was a cool game. I think the attack was really created when you gave up this dark square bishop. The position just dictated that I think you have to keep it around, and I think the moment you gave it up, the position changed to a position where I have a free attack. So good game. Random user 1323, absolutely you can play me. For sure, yeah, you can send me a challenge on leechess.org. And today I'm playing only openings, only this one opening called the Closed Sicilian. Yeah, so we'll be playing that. Sorry, yeah, Sasha, I see you sent rematch, but I'm gonna give the preference to people I haven't played yet. But if the well dries up and there's no challenges, I'm happy to play again. So yeah, feel free to stick around if you want a game in, but I do want to give random user a chance. Yeah, Closed Sicilian, you should see it on the screen actually, the moves. If you don't know those moves, like the notation of the moves, I can send you a challenge with that specific ones. But do you have a Leechess account, random user? That will be necessary to get the game in. Yeah, okay, 4 inaccuracies, 1 mistakes, no blunders, pretty clean. Same from Sasha. Sasha played pretty accurately except for these 2 blunders. Let's just take a quick look. Queen b6 was, yeah, I didn't know how to exploit it, but it felt very, how do I say it? Like you're tempting fate, right? You're giving up the square with tempo on the queen. It's hard to survive. But I didn't play incisively here. I just kind of chilled for a bit. And then, yeah, bishop d6 is again tempting fate. Not where you want to develop that bishop, I don't think. I think it wants to be on this e7 square and then play d6. But yeah, as it happened in the game, I think just kind of played right into this attack, especially when you gave up this bishop. Yeah, see the evaluation shifted major in a major way when you took there, because the dark square bishop was so critical to defense. Even if it looks bad right now because it's a strange square, I think you had to keep it around. And then just quickly looking here, there was some tactics missed here. Bishop takes, and the whole point is if they take, which is what happened kind of in the game, I take here. There was another line I was talking about where they could regain the material. They wouldn't be down any material, but the whole issue is their king side is just shattered. They're gonna get checkmated relatively soon. So I take, this is the line I was talking about, queen here. If they play knight here, they get the pawn for that bishop. And the material is actually equal here, but they're so close to getting checkmated. Like, they have created so many weaknesses around their king. I don't think it's possible to survive this. Okay, yeah, good game. Good game, Sasha, for sure. Yeah, you can play black or white. I don't mind either way, random user. We're only doing the Closed Sicilian though, so the first move you have to play is this one. Yep, okay, cool. We're on the same page. Everyone's playing this system against me. I've never seen it. It's not even common, I don't think, but I guess it's very popular with everyone on the chat. Even the computer played this. Okay, I'll play it slightly differently this time, I think. I'll just start with d3 and keep this knight flexible. Okay, so they play that. I think this is the hair trigger move, just stopping this move. So same deployment of the bishop. Okay, interesting. I want to do something like this. If they play h6, I'll take, and then bring my knight in here. And they go away, I get their dark square bishop. Do I even want to take it? This bishop is so bad right now. I think I don't want to take it. I don't think I want to take it. Usually the bishop pair is something to get rid of if your opponent has it, but this knight is better than that bishop. I'm not trading. Okay, let's go here. Just start to eyeball some stuff here. Maybe next strategy could be knight h4 to f5, play for f4. Okay. Okay, for someone who doesn't play chess, you're playing pretty well, random user. This is very sus. Okay, alright, this is dropping a pawn now. And I want to bring my knight back here next. Yeah, I think I have a plan. Knight c4 it's attacked anyway, so I just do something about it, and then swing the rook over and see what happens. Maybe not just yet, actually, because I want to fight against this b5 plan, so I want to have my rook keeping pressure on their rook. So if this opens up, yeah, their rook will be undefended. I'm just playing quickly right now to keep the time up, but yeah, I think this should be winning for me, up some material. Okay, and next phase is, I don't know, push this pawn. Yeah, just keep pushing. Let's make them scared. b5, just take, I guess. Knight e3. Okay, so they're trying to break down my structure. I guess I'll just take it. Looks like a free pawn. Yeah, I'm not worried about something like this, bishop here, because I can just get my king out of the way. And if they trade, keep in mind they are still down material. Okay. Let's take here first. And then we'll move the knight next. A strong first-time player. This is some very good chess, gotta say. Not a scrub. Okay, I think this is giving checkmate now, though. Checkmate here. Yeah, I definitely felt worried on the clock and on the board too in this game, but good game, random user. Yeah, unfortunately the issue is this g7 square is checkmate, and there's no way for them to get this bishop to defend that square, or this queen wants to be here, but it can't get there. Can we play again? I don't see any challenges. Yeah, if nobody else is challenging, we can play again. So I want to give preference to new people who haven't played yet, but I don't see any challenges right now, so we can analyze this real quick and then get into another game. If I don't see another challenge, I'll accept your challenge, random user. Oh, you want to be white. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point. Those of you that are popping in, this is an exciting stream. Basically, I'm this close to getting affiliate, and hoping that can happen before the next one. But yeah, just playing some opening stuff. I picked a random opening that you can see on your screen, and just playing through games. I played the computer, and then I played a bunch of viewers in this specific opening. And yeah, it looks like there was some big mistake that I made here, so I'm definitely interested to see where I went wrong. But how do you not know how the pieces move? I don't understand. You played such a good game. Like I was actually very scared, and very good game from you. If you're really like a chess noob, that's great intuition. I mean, I'm telling you, that's very impressive stuff. Something tells me you're not actually new to chess, as you say you are. You started playing 2 weeks. Okay, okay. Either you're the best troll in the world or you're like just a god. This is insane. I mean, this is a very good game, I think. Okay, so slight advantage out of the opening. This was a committal pawn structure. But you're 14. Okay, wow. Impressive. Best of luck to you on improving. This is definitely not a bad game by any means from your side. So you push h6. Yeah, this is my whole plan. I give up this bishop for this knight, and then I plant my knight on this beautiful square. At any point, I do have the chance of taking this back, so that, you know, I'm not playing against the two bishops perpetually. If I don't want to, I can take it. But this is nice knight. I don't want to give it up. I think the computer will agree with me to keep it around. Let's just get the arrows. Say the best move. Okay, castles, yeah. Yeah, and this plan that I like of knight h4 into f5. I think I played it one move later, or I was voicing that I wanted to play it, but yeah, I don't see a reason not to play it right now, and it counteracts what black wants to do, which is to play f5. Harder to get that move in if this knight is a hawk staring at that square. Yeah, I think this was dropping a pawn. I think this was key. Like, hard to come back from that, I think. But there was a big chance here. I messed something up really badly. I was supposed to, instead of taking this pawn, take... Yeah, I guess as it happened in the game, like, I ended up not being able to keep this pawn cleanly anyway. So I think it's desirable to somehow, yeah, keep that here, keep this structure, and then play for an f6 attack. Just keep your bishops locked in, because they're not good right now. But yeah, I think I blundered something really badly. Oh, okay. So you just come here with the queen, and I think I'm dropping material. Yeah, if I play something like this, you come over with one of the rooks, and this knight can't move in a way that defends this queen. So if the knight moves somewhere, I don't know, doesn't even have a square to move to. But it's attacked 3 times, I gotta defend it like this, and then I'm wrapped up in a ball they can even take and bring the other rook in and stuff, so it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Okay, but yeah, as it happened, I think they made some random blunder, I think, here when they played g6. They have to just live with this pawn. So, okay, good game. Proobs is in a war with Nightbot. Nightbot is, yeah, I changed the settings since last time, so it should be less spammy, just like blocking you from doing stuff. Oh, you meant to play g5. Wow, okay. Proobs just put a space in between the stuff so it didn't recognize it as a link. That's funny. Yeah, random user, feel free to send me a challenge. Or I can send it your way, actually. I'll just do it and I'll be black this time around. I'll be black. Hey, let me know how you guys like this one, this training technique. This is something new. I haven't done this on stream before, but I always want feedback on how my streams are, which ones are entertaining. I think the one that was a big hit was Blindfold. Also training based off of Magnus Carlsen's games was pretty cool. If you missed those, you can check them out in my like videos on demand on my Twitch channel. But yeah, I think this is a fun one too, because it really focuses on just one specific opening, and yeah, you get some interesting games in and learn something too out of it. But yeah, obviously I want your feedback as well, because I want this channel to be entertaining for everyone. For those of you that are coming in, I am taking challenges, so send them my way. I am playing only in this one specific opening today, but happy to accept everyone's challenges. I'll give preference to new people But yeah, I'm playing this Closed Sicilian opening, which is, yeah, what you see on the board basically. So random user playing some really good chess, you know, understanding the plans in the position, like playing c3, b4 is the idea. Okay, so they attack my knight, put me in a pin. I just want to get out of this pin, so let's do that. All you do is tactics and it results in getting worse. So I think the two best things to do, especially at an early stage, are tactics and playing games. No substitute for playing games. Like, you gotta play games so that you have, it's like training reps, so you can learn from your mistakes and get better. But I feel like the getting worse part is probably, I don't know, like I don't think it's actually true. I don't think you can actually get worse by just doing tactics. Like, it's probably like a temporary thing, and then you basically get to the next level. It feels like you're treading water, even getting worse, but then at some point something just clicks and your brain takes it to the next level, and that's, I think, how you improve. Like, you improve in plateaus. So just keep at it, Proobs. I think your training techniques are good, because most games at early stages are decided by tactics. So if you can not lose to tactics, then you're already ahead of the game. So I think this pawn is weak. I think I'll just take here in the center a bunch. I have a weak pawn at the end of the day, but maybe I can just play knight e5 and keep, if they take. Yeah, I like that. It repairs my pawn structure, which is desirable. You know, I would pretty confidently say I'm maybe slightly worse in this position. So, random user, for someone who started 2 weeks ago, this is really impressive stuff, gotta say. Definitely interested to hear how you're learning as someone who's new to the game. I do have some nice parts about my position. This bishop is beautifully placed. I'm controlling some nice squares. Also, what else? Like, queen is decently placed. Okay, so they address that immediately. If I go here, they can take, and then fork my queen and rook. So I gotta go somewhere else. Not easy to find a good square. I'm anticipating some rook over. Yep. Let's go here. This is maybe a threat in some positions. Okay, I think I can take this though. Maybe I can even take here first. Take here. Queen takes, and yeah, I'm dropping that pawn, but this position seems sorta decent. Not losing, just something. Yeah, I'll just put it here, just defend this pawn. What's my next plan? Maybe to put the knight on some good square. I can do it right away. I'm not afraid of queen takes d6 because I'll move the knight away from that square with tempo on the queen, and they gotta do something. So smartly move that bishop away to safety. Let's get the knight here. Oh, no. I just lost the piece. I just lost the whole piece. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just a free piece. I don't know what I was thinking. Just take a pawn, I guess. Yeah, this is losing. 100% losing now. Just gotta play to win on time or something. Attack the rook. Attack their rook again. Okay, they miss it. But yeah, I mean, this is completely just not the way to play. Yeah, I messed up so much in this position. Just dropped a piece for no reason. Okay, so they continue to harass a very tenacious player. Random user, gotta say. Strong, yeah, very strong, makes good advantage of resources in the position. I think, unfortunately, you just got, yeah, in a bad time situation and had to lose some material. Okay, so now this is more material. Yeah. So, I think even if you take, okay, now this is just like throwing the kitchen sink in. Okay, there's no stalemate or anything, so I can just comfortably just keep moving, not lose on time. Okay, let's do this. We're coming in and start to just, yeah, converge on this king. Okay, so let's take and next take here, and they can move this pawn, so it's not stalemate. They can also move the king. Okay. Good game, random user. You played really well, like 100% you were winning, for sure after I blundered, but I think even before that you were in a good spot, so good game. Yeah, I'm sorry about that in the time that it came down to time. I don't see any more challenges. I'm gonna stick around for I think one more game before I head out. I do want to catch well, dinner and the end of the NBA Finals game 1. But yeah, I mean, I don't see any challenge, so I don't see any reason not to play another one with you, random user. You're a really good competitor for sure, so any game against you is one that I'm going to learn something from. But just give me 1 second, I'm just going to quickly analyze this. I do always want to do that to get in the right state of mind for the next one. I see Proobs is mentioning he wants to play with random. That's also fine by me. If you want to do that, I'll play something else. But yeah, since I don't have anyone to play, I'm happy to play you random. Just give me 1 sec. This opening, not much to say. Yeah, decent opening from both sides. Yeah, I'm preparing some b5 advance. That's why I wanted to get my rook to a safe place, so it's not being just stared down by this bishop. I know there's a lot of stuff in between them, but it could go like that all the way. Like if you push here and then both these knights get traded off and, you know, this bishop suddenly stares at your rook. So that's why I wanted to do this, and yeah, generally think this was good, getting a clamp on the square, preventing this break from them, and the way I played here I think was good, but somewhere I went really wrong. Okay, so all of this is good. I'm glad to see. I just kind of playing on intuition here. Just play moves that kind of make sense. Okay, now here is where I made a mistake. I should have taken this pawn. I was chicken. I was thinking that they could have some tactic, like, I don't know, takes, and then uncover the bishop, which I guess is the best they have. But yeah, it's maybe nothing to be scared of. I should just be more open to it. Anyway, in the game I had some other ideas. And yeah, slightly worse because of this bad pawn. I would say that's the key feature. Tried to get rid of it as soon as possible, but they did not let me, and ended up going down a pawn. They did. No, they didn't. We just traded a bunch of material, and at the end of it, they are maybe slightly better here because they have 2 bishops. But yeah, I mean, I just blundered this knight away randomly. Yeah, there's no reason for me to go there. Just directly attacked by the queen, and then yeah, they suddenly dropped their rook, so everything kind of just flip-flopped all of a sudden. You could see this really steep jump from them being up to just completely losing in one move. But good game. Yeah, Tharun, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but hopefully it's not just like spam or something. Hopefully you're not a bot. 13, is there any age restriction? I think in my country. Okay, looks like, yeah, it looks like it's just a bot posting stuff. Okay, I'm gonna accept your game, random user. Okay, this is once again we're going to be doing Closed Sicilian. Alright, this is going to be my last one, I've already mentioned, but yeah, getting close to dinner time, getting hungry. I feel like every game has been played in the same kind of style, so yeah, unfortunate, but I think it's dictated by the same position, starting position, so maybe I'll play one in a different, yeah, I'll just play something different, play like this. Just for some variety. It'll get boring looking at the exact same thing 100 different times, so understands that a4 is a good move in these positions. Good job. I'm just gonna play for this d5 advance. As soon as I can get it in, just do it. See what happens. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to take with the pawn. I'll take with the knight, I think. Nah, just take with the pawn. Just keep the knight out of this square. Snoozy Singh rooting for random user out here. I see how it is. Nightbot is a bot, Tharun. It's there to make sure people aren't spamming the group. What to do in the position? I'm anticipating some bishop coming out. Okay, I'll live. I will live. If they play bishop there, I think I'm gonna come bishop here. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so maybe they're coming in with knight b5. Let's just stop it with a6. This would be really funny if random users like some streamer, like I don't know, like Hikaru Nakamura is just like trolling me or something. Because this does not feel like the play of a beginner. Like this is really, really good play. Like now they are understanding that this is a weakness and trying to clamp down on the structure. I refuse to believe that you're a novice. Bishop e6, oh, man, it's hard to find good moves. Just very good play. I don't know. I think this is dropping a pawn though. Maybe I can take it. Yeah, let's take it. Don't see a better move in the position. Maybe they have some crazy tactic. I don't know. Nah, I should be fine, I think. I think I should be fine. Okay, this is a very deep idea. I don't know what this is. Let's just say we want a pawn and go back. They get the dark square bishops, which is nice. They definitely wanted that trade, so it's good that they got it in. Let's just play this. And if they take here, we are getting to take back and defend our d5 pawn with another pawn. So it's very secure. And I'm not worried that my pawn structure is ruined. I think the fact that I'm up a pawn says I can do whatever. Hey, yeah, thanks for the support in the chat, Snoozy. Appreciate it. I am this close to affiliate. So if I get there, on my stream on Saturday, it's gonna be so fun. Gonna definitely try to do something fun to celebrate the fact that I got there. But if you like what you're seeing and you're still around, please hit that follow button. I appreciate all the support I can get. So they are putting pressure here. Very good move. If I play queen over, they'll play knight b6 and maybe they'll win the pawn back somehow. So, okay. Alright, makes sense. Maybe we just give them that pawn. And we go for our own play on this pawn here. Gonna lose on time if I'm not careful though. Okay, take. And yeah, they might be able to take, but okay, whatever. Let's go here. Just cover the square. Reroute our knight to a good square. Okay, now my knight's on the best square in the position. They took a pawn. Sure, why not? And then, I don't know, man. Let's take here. Go here. Just babysit that pawn, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna lose on time. I know it already. I'm gonna lose on time. Well, I guess it's only fitting because I lost the last game on time. Or sorry, you made a mistake in time pressure and time scramble last game. Okay, let's try our best. Let's play a good move. Just keep the threats coming. Maybe we can swindle. This is so tense. I'm not gonna talk. I'm just not gonna talk. Yeah, no way I win this. I have solo time. Okay. Yeah, this is just a loss on time. Good game. Yeah, I always prefer to have increment so that it never becomes just some random time scramble. We can always get some 2 seconds back every move we make. But good game, random user. You're the best chess novice I've ever seen. Like, you're destined for great things if you really are who you say you are, like 14-year-old and new to chess. Wow. Yeah, that's very impressive stuff. Good game. I definitely did not let you win. No, it was a well-earned win. Yeah, putting me in time trouble is always a good start. Like, I think you played really well just throughout the game. So let's take a quick look. This is my last game, so just gonna analyze it real quick and then I'll be hopping off. I also am gonna do a raid. I have neglected doing raids in the past couple, but just gonna check if there's anyone that I like that's on right now. I do got some people that I follow. That are on right now that I like, so we'll be doing a raid after this to some other chess player. Hey, appreciate it, Chess is V, appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I'm having so much fun doing these streams too, so really glad that I'm able to do this, and thanks for all of the support, all of y'all. Yeah, if you like what you're seeing, definitely hit that follow button, appreciate it. Hey, I do see we got a follow, so let's see who it was. Thank you for the follow, random user, appreciate it. Thanks for the games as well. Definitely going to learn a lot from the games as well. And you made me one step closer to getting to the 50 follower goal that I've set. So I appreciate that as well. So let's take a look. Just quickly look at the opening explorer. What we could have done better out of the opening. Okay, all pretty standard stuff so far. Just some natural development. E6 is just a different structure. We get some different variety in here. I don't think one is necessarily much better or worse than the other. Okay, no games in this position, so let's just turn that off. And let's come to a point that's a bit natural to consider. So some big blunder here, f6. I should have instead taken. I just worried about this pawn being tender. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so makes sense. Yeah, definitely they're slightly for choice, even though they're down a pawn in this position. This pawn is as good as just gone, and their pressure down this file is just unbearable. Their queen is nicely placed, ready to go here. So yeah, just generally, yeah, it got to be a kind of equal position with minor piece and a rook and a queen. But at some point they made a blunder and just yeah, lost that pawn. This is obviously now totally winning for me, but time played a decisive factor in this game, and I just lost on time. So good game. Alright, that was a ton of fun, and definitely learned a bunch about the Closed Sicilian. Be exciting to do this again next time and see what random opening comes up, and try to get better every day. So if you like this content, definitely hit like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one.